Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here.
And welcome back to another Orlando City series episode, building a dynasty, of course.
I know it's been a while again since my last video, which was a video that I put out responding to me being away for a while. It's been about another month since that episode, and I know quite a few of you actually watched that, which is surprising, despite how long it had been and how long it's also been now. So hopefully some of you are still tuning into this. I really would appreciate that. I am going to be getting back into Football Manager. I needed time away, to put it simply. I was a bit burnt out, as you can understand. It happens to the best of us sometimes, and we just need to take a step back from Football Manager, play some other games if you're a intense gamer like I am, and yeah, just enjoy some other things. But you pretty much will always find your way back to Football Manager, no matter what. I've been watching a few other Football Manager series on YouTube at the moment, which is kind of the reason why I'm back. I've been enjoying watching them play, and yeah, just keen to get back into things. So yeah, we've got a live com today in this episode against New York City, of course, the new club with David Villa and now Frank Lampard as well. And of course, there are rumours at the moment that Pirlo, or Pirlo, however you want to say his name, me being Australian, I probably pronounce it a lot differently to a lot of you. He's also very, very heavily linked with a transfer to them. I think he's a free agent now. So, yeah, very intense stuff. I think Ronaldinho just got out of his contract with Querétaro in Mexico, and I think he's being linked with a move to a MLS club as well. So lots of interesting rumours coming, kind of a Legends League. People, would refer to it as a retirement league sort of thing, but I see it, I'm a more positive person. I see it on the flip side to that. But anyway, enough rambling about different things. Let's get into the fixtures. Of course, the previous episode was against the Los Angeles Galaxy, a 1-1 draw live com. Pretty decent result against a very strong LA team, I would have to admit. And yeah, from there we went on a horrible run. A 1-0 loss to Vancouver at home. We have gone through a massive injury crisis, let that be said. Mesquita with their goal there. And Kofi, a player I'm familiar with from previous FMs, getting the man of the match performance. We then lost 3-0 away to San Jose. Pretty disappointing result. Emiguera and Salinas getting on the score sheet for them. We then faced Portland, a team that I'm, pretty fond of in real life. Obviously, coming up similarly to how we have from one of the lower leagues in American football. Obviously, being massive rivals of Seattle, I also find that the derby there very interesting as well. Asprilla and Wallace getting their goals from 2 shots on target. We then lost on penalties to the Charlotte Eagles in the US Open Cup. Very disappointing result, to be honest. They had a player sent off and we still managed to lose. Sapong got on the score sheet for us. The regen Saavedra managed to miss his, and Matt Bird got on the score sheet for the Eagles. We then lost 2-1 to Vancouver away in Canada. Mesquita again on the score sheet. Russell Tibet. Rivas got one back very late on, but yeah, we couldn't manage to get the win there. But good to get a goal, and good for him to get a goal as well. We then bounced back from that disappointing run of, 5 losses in a row with a 1-0 victory over FC Dallas. Zat Knight on a set piece, man of the match performance as well, giving us 3 points there. We then faced Seattle, beat them 2-0 away from home at the CenturyLink. Very impressive result there. Carlos Rivas with a brace. Hopefully he's back in, well, not really back in goal-scoring ways, but hopefully he's, finally found his boots. We then lost a disappointing game to Philadelphia Union, a 3-2 loss away from home. Almost got the result, but it wasn't to be. Apara got a brace for himself and a man-of-the-match performance as well. Tony got 2 as well for Philadelphia, and Ethan White also got on the score sheet for them there. Pretty even game, just couldn't edge it out. We bounced back, however, against Toronto FC, a 2-1 home victory at the Florida Citrus. Tierney and Rivas in the 90th minute, and Giovinco scored a penalty for Toronto there. We then beat New England 2-1 away from home. quite an impressive result. Rivas in the 9th minute, Zat Knight on the stroke of half-time. Tierney picked up a man-of-the-match performance for his set-piece and defensive displays. We then drew 0-0 drub match with Columbus Crew. Not much to mention there. Managed to pull in 39,500 people for a 0-0 draw, which is probably going to drop for the next crowd. But we also managed a 1-1 draw with Montreal Impact away from home. Oduro on the score sheet for the Impact, and Shalry Joseph on the score sheet for us, and he picked up man of the match for that goal as well. Okay, so that leaves us against New York City today in the live com. I'll go and show you the league table first of all. As you can see, we currently sit 7th in the Eastern Conference. New York sits 2nd in the Eastern Conference, behind DC United. As you can see, we're tied on points with Chicago, but they do have a game in hand. We're both on 28 points. The Western Conference currently sits like that. I apologise, guys. As you could probably hear, that was my phone going off. It's been a while. I forgot to mute my phone. And, yeah, anyway, back to what we were talking about. The Western Conference sits like that. You got San Jose in 1st, Seattle 2nd, Portland in 3rd, and then you got LA and Sporting Kansas City. So pretty much the top 5 teams there really are in their rightful places. I guess I would expect LA to be maybe 1st or 2nd, but seeing Seattle there is pretty self-explanatory. The next thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the game is the injury crisis. I mentioned it earlier when we had the fixture review just then. We have Bobby Burling, Eric Avila, Eric Alexander, Kaka and Larin all out injured currently. And it's made things very difficult, as you can see. But the team is starting to find a little bit of form. Kaka is actually not too far away from coming back, as you can see. Neither is Alexander, I believe. I believe he's out for about a month or something. So the sooner we get those 2 players back, the better. Avila's also been quite a good player for us, but we need Alexander back in that playmaker role. So we're going to advance here today, taking on New York City. The first game against them we actually lost, so hopefully we can get the win there today. We are at home as well, so that's another important factor, I guess, going into this. Should be quite a massive crowd, I would expect, anyway. As you can see, we're the favourites, which is interesting, because they are currently 2nd and we're 7th. So, yeah, didn't expect that. We're 8 points behind. As you can see, all those injuries were listed at the top before the game started. I'm just going to tell the boys to go out and have fun, because at the end of the day, what can you do, I suppose? Sapong, who's currently playing as right wing. Diederik, a regen. David Villa offside. Apara picks up a yellow card. Breck Shea now. Akugo. Joseph. Sapong. And he misses. Disappointing, but anyway. We've got Rosales playing as our AMC today. I did forget to go through the lineup, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, every other player that I didn't mention is playing or on the bench. So, yeah. There's Grebovoy. And Lampard plays it up to Villa, who's in behind. David Villa, who plays it back, which was pretty poor. Mix Diskerud, who's one of the better American players on the game. Brilliant. Oh, Rivas is in behind. Oh, what a tackle. That was a brilliant tackle. Is that Tierney with the corner, sorry. Rosales. Rivas. Shoot! Oh, Breck Shea. But it's deflected out for another corner. Tierney again. Diskerud clears. That's out for a throw. Approaching half time now. Rivas is playing pretty poor on a 6.3, which is, not what I'm looking for from my lone striker. Just going to say unlucky, because we are a little bit unlucky at the moment, I suppose. Tierney, who's been a very good player. He's the captain of the club, of course, as you can see there, because Kaka is out injured. So, yeah, he's been quite lethal from free kicks, and Joseph has now picked up an injury as well. So, we don't actually have any subs on the bench, which is a problem. I don't know what to do. Saavedra, I guess. Swap with Hugo and Saavedra. That's pretty much the only thing we can do there. Every other player was either a defender or a winger. So, Tierney with the free kick. Ooh. Muller gets it. The goalkeeper. Last 10 minutes of the game or so, we're going to bring, I don't really know, we'll bring Chacon on and we'll put CJ Sapong up front. Rivas is on a 6.2 and looks absolutely horrible. Maybe Sapong can nick a goal. City on the ball now. Diskerud, Kele, Nemec, who's a beast. Czech Republic player. Kele, and there's 1-0. We've lost the game. Okay, not good at all. I'm really disappointed that we just, conceded there. That's a real pain in the ass. God damn it. Oh well. They are a decent side, have to give them that. Players like Lampard, Villa, Diskerud. But that is annoying. It really is. Especially pick up another injury. Okay, well, we've just lost at home to New York City. I'm not happy with that result. Score 1 goal from 2 shots on target. And, yeah, that's pretty much going to end the episode there, guys. I apologise for the poor result, but there isn't much I can do at the moment. All my best players are pretty much out with injury. And, of course, Joseph picked up one in that game as well. So that's another player out. Really, the squad down to bare bones at the moment. Really need to get some players back. As far as the next episode goes, I will join you guys back in about 2 months' time or so. What am I doing? I need schedule, please. Actually, I may as well join you back for the end of the season. We'll do a live com against Chicago, and I'll go through and do a bit of end of season review as well. So I'll see you then, guys. Goodbye, and I hope you've enjoyed.